Right here in Titus chapter 1, we have a picture of godly manhood. By the way, this passage right here is one of the reasons I argue vehemently against female pastors. This is a man in Titus chapter 1. Not only a man, but he's a man's man. Manly pastors. Here's what we've done. We have so transformed our understanding of the pastor that now the pastor is this sort of intellectual nerd who spends all of his time in his office, who has all of these academic credentials, who is in touch with his feminine side, who is this loving, soft, tender speaker of the word. We don't even like the word preaching anymore. He gives talks and messages. No wonder we're willing to have women step up and be pastors. We feminize the position. The office of pastor is the office of a shepherd. And if you think shepherds weren't manly, you've never met one. A shepherd is a bad dude. Don't think so? How about you go fight a wolf with a stick? The office of the elder is an office for a man's man. A real man who is an example of what manhood is. You know why many men don't want to go to church? Because we've so feminized the position of pastor that a man's man looks in the church and says, I'm not following him. I wouldn't follow him out of a burning building. I'll let my wife and kids go follow him because he seems like the type of guy who'd be real good with women and children. But I'm not going to follow him. Notice here also, but we're not talking about he's got to be a man who, spits and chews and scratches in public and all that. That's not what we're talking about here. But godly, biblical manliness. Like Christ. It's the picture of Jesus who walked around with bare feet and calloused hands. This is the picture of Jesus who turned over tables in the temple, picked up a whip and chased people out. Listen, if Jesus looked like the pictures that we paint of him with the perfect hair and the perfect skin, who could be a hand model and a hair model all wrapped up in one, trust me, people would not have been running out of the temple but laughing at that man. You want to know my Jesus? You go to the other end of the book where he shows up with fire in his eyes and with a sword on his thigh. That's my Jesus. He's all man. He's a protector. He's a warrior. He conquered sin. He conquered death. He conquered the grave. That's Jesus.